In the ultimate showing of irony, our cameras have gotten so good that many photographers find themselves seeking equipment that mirrors the look and performance of yesteryear as a means of challenging themselves, of reliving the nostalgia of an era past, or to simply break the monotony of copy and paste digital camera design. Here we will be comparing the two leaders of a class known as digital disposables. That is, digital cameras designed to look and feel like disposable film cameras from a couple decades ago. PaperShoot is credited with kicking off this class of camera, but thanks in part to viral marketing efforts on TikTok and Insta, CamSnap has forced its way into the mainstream. Demand is strong enough for both cameras to warrant waiting time after ordering. And, while both cameras attempt the same thing, to deliver JPEGs that retain the washed-out aesthetic of disposable film cameras, each goes about this in a unique way. Which one is the better choice for you? Let's find out. Specs. While it's true neither of these cameras can boast anything close to resembling cutting-edge specs, the PaperShoot comes equipped with a 22mm fixed focal length f2.2 Largan lens, a company known for producing the camera lenses for Apple's iPhones. The CamSnap, by comparison, sports a generic 4.8mm fixed f3.2 lens feeding an 8-megapixel sensor. PaperShoot offers customers the choice of either a 16 or 18-megapixel CMOS sensor package that, when coupled to the higher quality glass, puts it in the lead for the technical specs category. Winner: PaperShoot. Price. Both cameras are quite affordable by modern digital camera standards, if a bit pricey when compared to seeking out a used Digicam on the secondary market. The 18-megapixel PaperShoot retails for $139 with paper case and $114 for the camera board alone. By comparison, the CamSnap goes for $65, less than half the cost of the PaperShoot. Further sweetening the deal, the CamSnap comes with literally everything you need to begin shooting out of the box: a rechargeable internal lithium-ion battery, even a 4GB micro SD card for storage. The PaperShoot requires the purchase of 2 AAA batteries and a standard SD card before it is capable of capturing images. In the category of best value, CamSnap takes the point. Features. Both of these cameras are deliberately light on features. After all, the goal here is to eliminate the bells, whistles, and technical intervention of modern digital photography and to replace it with as simple and raw a shooting experience as possible. That said, each contains a couple of features worth noting. The PaperShoot boasts video capturing ability, 1440p on the 18-megapixel model, 1080p on the 16, while the CamSnap does not. However, it should be noted that the PaperShoot does so with a major caveat. The unit does not capture video on battery power alone, instead requiring an external power source or purchase of a function card to do so, neither of which are included in the box. So while the board is technically capable of video, the fact that it doesn't do so out of the box forces us to view it as if it could not. The CamSnap body includes both an LED flash as well as a digital readout on the back that displays how many pictures have been taken on the unit. The PaperShoot lacks both of these features. While both units offer a plethora of film simulation filters, the PaperShoot makes selecting from these a simple matter of sliding the switch on the back of the shell to the desired filter. The CamSnap requires a flashing of the firmware to accomplish this, and even then, is stuck with whatever filter you decided on until you flash it again. In the category of features, it's a tie. Ease of use. Both cameras operate nearly identically. The only real composition framing comes in the form of an offset viewfinder to provide an approximation of the lens's view. Both are focus-free and are controlled via the shutter button. Both have a slight lag between the time the shutter is pressed and the image taken. The CamSnap's delay is slightly longer of the two. Each offers a shutter sound to let the user know a pic has been snapped, the PaperShoot providing a blue LED in addition to the sound. The PaperShoot is always on until the batteries die, while the CamSnap offers a sleep mode after a period of inactivity that can be terminated by holding down the shutter until the unit beeps. Either camera can be picked up and used by anyone. As a result, it's a tie for ease of use. Durability. Both of these cameras are built for users who don't want to worry about the risk of damaging expensive camera gear and are built tough accordingly. The PaperShoot's clamshell may look like cardboard, but is actually pressed limestone and coated in resin. It's far more durable than the moniker would have you believe. However, because it wraps around the camera board, rather than encasing it, the potential for water and other weather hazards making contact with the internal electronics is always present. The Camp Snap solves all of these issues by encasing the internals in a 3D printed plastic shell that has proven drop-proof, pocketable, and above all, very weather-resistant. The hands-down winner in the category of durability Camp Snap. Portability. A big part of the appeal of either of these cameras is their portability. These are the integrated lens camera bodies for the shooter who isn't quite as concerned with carrying a camera bag, spare batteries, a tripod, and so on. In fact, both lack tripod thread sockets. As such, the ability to slip them into a pocket and be on your way is crucial. Fortunately, both the Paper Shoot and Camp Snap are about as portable and pocket-friendly as cameras come. The Camp Snap is slightly more substantial and prefers hoodies and coat pockets, while the Paper Shoot is thin enough to work even in skinny jeans. It's entirely possible there is no thinner a camera on the planet. The winner of the portability category goes to Paper Shoot. Output. Specifications and configurations are fine and well, but at the end of the day, the real reason we purchase and carry any camera is the photos. After all, most of us already have phones in our pocket more than capable of capturing adequately quality photos. These two cameras aren't trying to compete with your cell phone, but rather complement it. They do this by offering a unique shooting experience and deliver photos with a nostalgic film simulation flavor. The Camp Snap, despite a sensor with half as many photo sites, delivers a bit more natural color and offers superior dynamic range, though you can expect some hazing and color merging, especially where bright gradients, like sky photography, are concerned. The Paper Shoot offers the more deliberate film simulation look out of camera, even if that comes at the expense of color detail. Tones are much more washed out here, and brightness gradients are all but non-existent. And while this may sound like a bad thing on paper, no pun intended, the out-of-camera JPEGs are certainly very distinctive and often attention-getting for their unique vintage look. As you might expect, if you tend to crop your images in post, neither of these cameras pushes enough megapixels to allow for much, but the Paper Shoot does offer a bit more latitude of the two. Conversely, the Camp Snap's images were generally more usable out of camera, so such concerns cancel each other out. Both shoot a very wide angle, far wider than the viewfinder would have you believe, so framing up compositions is a bit of trial and error until you have enough experience with either to estimate the lens's reach. The Camp Snap is slightly closer to what you're getting in the viewfinder, while the Paper Shoot often provides far greater perspective at the left and right borders. This category is, of course, completely subjective, and the two entrants tie with the following stipulation. The Paper Shoot provides the more vintage aesthetic out of camera and demands a steeper learning curve to estimate that wide-angle lens. The Camp Snap's photos are generally more accurate with color and tone and are closer to what you're framing up in the viewfinder, often resulting in images that are more usable directly out of camera. Conclusion. All in all, the digital disposable camera has proven itself a worthy niche in the overall photography hierarchy thanks to a unique shooting experience and pictures that harken back to another era. I have found that I use both far more often than expected, with one or the other typically earning a place in my photo bag next to my Sony A58 for those moments when I'm just as interested in having fun shooting as I am the photographic end result. If forced to choose just one, the Camp Snap is the more appealing option for its lower entry cost and more durable construction. It's also nice to be able to begin shooting right out of the box. However, that's not to suggest the Paper Shoot doesn't offer charm of its own. It is a camera that inspires fascination within anyone who happens to be nearby when you use it, and the pictures it outputs offer a vintage feel that many photographers seek in pricey cameras from the likes of Fujifilm and Leica. If Paper Shoot could get the price down to under $100, it would be a must-have situation. As it stands, however, the winner here is the Camp Snap by the narrowest of margins.